Spending most of January on the road, Montana State is back at home in front of a loud, raucous crowd in Bozeman, trying to take care of business against Northern Arizona. Hello, everybody. My name is Keaton Galogly alongside Brian Preby, and before we get to our starting lineups, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Bobcat Basketball. I'm Keaton Galogly alongside Brian Preby. Will Gordon is back in the studios today, and we're sitting at First Interstate Bank broadcast position, getting ready for our Prime Lending tip-off. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. All right, let's get to the starting lineup. So we'll begin first with the visiting Northern Arizona Lumberjacks. Shane Burkar putting this five out on the floor to begin it. In the backcourt, Jalen Cone and Xavier Fuller are their two leading scorers. Then it's Trent McLaughlin, Nick Maines, and Carson Tout. So that is the starting five for Northern Arizona. For Montana State, their starting five looks like this. Darius Brown is the point guard. Tyler Patterson and Raekwon Vandal join him in the backcourt. Caleb Fuller at the four, and the reigning MVP, Jabril Bello, is at the five. All right, Brian, here we go. This is going to be another really fun matchup, and for Montana State, they have been excellent at home, and they'll try to keep it rolling here. They're 3-1 in Big Sky play at home, 7-1 overall in this building with that lone loss against Eastern.
Yeah, it's going to be a tremendous game. NAU is a fun team to watch. They play really fast, high skill, high offensive talent. They're a team that's probably not the best defensive team on the planet, but they make it entertaining because they can really shoot that three.
Yeah, they do give up about 75 points per game in Big Sky play, and they shoot 37% as a team from the three-point line. So it's going to be a good one today. NAU in the navy blue road uniforms, white font on the front and the back, and some gold that looks a little more yellow down the side of the jerseys. And for Montana State, in the home whites, they've got navy blue lettering across the chest and numbers on the front and the back. It is Bello and Maines ready to go at center court. The ball is tossed in the air, and the tip is won by the NAU Lumberjacks. And here we go from the brick. Jacks with the ball first. They move offensively to our right. Carson Tout has it, hands it off at the top. Here's Cone driving, gets cut off, and has to kick it back out to the top for McLaughlin. McLaughlin bounces it into the post for Tout. Holding the ball hip high, working on Bello, try to back in, quick pass underneath. Fuller makes a catch, turns, fall away jumper is good. That's a difficult shot from Xavier Fuller, who has averaged 20 points a game over his last six, including 23 against Montana State in the last meeting. Here's Raekwon Battle on the drive, elevates, lays it up and in. Raekwon Battle, a flashy take, able to finish on the right side. He's got 2 points.
Right now, he might be the player of the year in the league, the way he's been playing, especially if the Bobcats can close that gap on Eastern Washington.
And yet still hasn't been named a Big Sky Player of the Week at any point this season. NAU with the basketball. Tout hands it off the top. Here's Jalen Cone, the transfer from Virginia Tech, weaving his way into the final level, floats it up off the glass, no good, and Montana State wins the rebound. Darius Brown comes away with it. This game tied at 2, 18:50 to go in the first half. Bello with a touch, and he gets stripped from behind by Fuller. Here comes NAU in transition. Cone against Brown. Forces it up. No, good defense. Fight for the loose ball. Tout wins it, then had it poked away by Brown, and Fuller picks up the loose ball. Bobcats running from right to left. Alley-oop up top. Bello can't finish. Got his own board, and finishes with the stitched left hand.
Really nice transition there that all came from defensive play by Darius Brown. He got out of the way of Cone. Cone got off balance, missed it. Tout with the rebound, he gets stripped, and off the Bobcats go.
Jabril Bello with those stitches between his pinky and ring finger on his left hand. He's got that all bandaged up. Here's a left wing three the other way, and that's good. Trent McLaughlin, who's gotten into the starting lineup lately, knocking down that three-point shot. So Jacks have a 5-4 lead over Montana State. 18 minutes to go in the first half. Bobcats with the basketball to our left, facing a 2-3 zone, which NAU has been playing much more of as of late, particularly in their win against Northern Colorado last Saturday. Brown out of the left wing, bounce into the post for Bello, makes a contested catch, spins back to his right shoulder, picks up the dribble, and gets rid of it to Patterson. Bounce pass back into Bello on the left block, backing in, turns, righty hook, that is just short, and NAU has the rebound. Lumberjacks to our right. McLaughlin moving down toward the right baseline against Brown. Turns around with a fall-away jumper, missed it left, and Bello has the rebound. Good on-ball defense again by Darius Brown. Bobcats into the front court. Brown has the dribble on the eye of the Bobcat head logo at center court. Handoff for Raekwon Battle, back to Brown, still beyond the arc. Over to Battle, left wing. Back to Brown on the right side, steps in for an elbow jumper, and that is rimming. No, and NAU has the rebound, and those are the types of shots they're trying to force Montana State into with that zone.
Yeah, that zone's just designed to get you to shoot 15 to 17 footers and clear the glass.
Montana State certainly can knock those shots down, though. McLaughlin hands it off to Fuller. He tries the left wing three. That's good. Xavier Fuller picking up right where he left off. He's got 5 early points.
And we said threes would be a big deal. NAU, 6 of their first 8 points are coming from behind the arc.
Montana State with the basketball. Brown has it, gives it to Battle. Back to the left wing, Fuller. Lob into the post. Bello makes the catch, puts it up, cannot get it to go. Might have been a little contact. NAU has the rebound. Fuller slows it down over on the right wing. Moves it around to Cone at the top, gets behind a screen, pumps the three, needs to get rid of it. Nice job by Brown to fight through and deter that shot attempt. NAU with the ball. Here's Fuller along two. That's a little bit short. Long rebound though, and it's picked up by Tout and the Jags. Back up to the top. Here's a three from Maines. Rimming, no, and Montana State has the rebound.
Forensic pace right now. Both teams coming up and down the floor as fast as possible.
Cats trailing 8-4. 16 minutes to go in the first half. Brown gives it to Battle on the left wing. Back to Brown. Bounce pass into the middle of the zone for Fuller. Turns around with an elbow jumper. That's no good. Bello got the rebound, and Bello goes back up with the right hand. 4 early points for Jabril Bello.
Jabril just using his size to seal the NAU guys off inside. If Tout's not on him, he's got a huge advantage in the post.
NAU with the ball, leading by 2. Lob over to the left wing. Maines hands it off for McLaughlin. Slings over to Fuller, then into the right corner for Cone. 7 to shoot. Over to the left wing with 5. McLaughlin with 4. Steps up for a 3. That's short, and Caleb Fuller has the rebound. Bobcats down 2 with the ball, 15 minutes to go in the first half. Brown over to Fuller, into the right corner for Battle. Raekwon moves it around the perimeter. Looking for the post, over to Fuller. Here's a right wing 3. No, off the front iron, and NAU has the rebound. Lumberjacks into the front court. Cone hands it off for Maines way out high. Maines curling, going to the cup, missed it. Fuller was able to get there and affect the shot. Offensive rebound, kick to Cone, and he drills a left corner 3. So off the offensive rebound, Jalen Cone able to pour it home from downtown.
Yeah, and right now the Bobcats are not doing the job on the offensive glass, giving up 2 offensive rebounds. They lead the overall battle by 1, but they've got to do better.
Alley-oop, Raekwon Battle flushes it home with 2 hands. Darius Brown from the left wing connects with Raekwon Battle down to the right block.
Unbelievable how many times they get that play against the zone this year. Chalk up another dunk for Raekwon Battle.
They missed a bunch of them on that West Coast swing out to Portland and Sacramento. Montana State still trailing 11-8, 14 minutes to go in the first half. Tout spins into the lane, gets cut off, turns, fall away jumper, doesn't matter, 3-second violation. Oh no, travel rather, doesn't matter. Terrific defense from Jabril Bello, and that will take us to a break. Montana State behind early. Sent at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 14 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the first half, and it's NAU leading 11-8 over Montana State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 14 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the first half. Northern Arizona leads Montana State 11-8. The Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. Well, Brian, NAU has come out with a lot of confidence, and they've landed the first punch, leading 11-8.
Without question, 3 made threes in these first 6 minutes and 2 offensive rebounds, and that is the story. Lumberjacks lead it by a triple.
Montana State right now. Raekwon Battle, Jabril Bella with all 8 points. They've got 4 apiece. Nick Gazales has checked in. Great Osabor has checked in as well. So they're joined by Raekwon Battle, Caleb Fuller, and Darius Brown on the floor for the Bobcats. Montana State moving from right to left with the basketball, trailing 11-8, 13:55 to go in the first half. Battle hands it off on the left wing for Brown. Crossing over, nowhere to go, gets it out to Gazales, fires an extra pass into the corner for Fuller, and Fuller misses a wide open 3. NAU clears the rebound. Oakland Fort hands it off up at the top. Fort gets it back over on the right wing. Fort moving left to the top of the key, slings over to the left wing, into the lane. Nowhere to go, lob inside, Wistrasol backing down on Gazales, turns, hooks it up, no good, and Osabor wins a tough rebound. Nice defense in the mismatch by Gazales against a bigger offensive player.
And this is the big difference between the two teams. One has a lot of depth and one does not. We'll see how that plays out.
We've got a foul underneath as Osabor was posting up. This one going on NAU. Carson Tout picks up his first. He has gotten into a lot of foul trouble this year, and he picks up his first now.
And that's good for Montana State. They'll take that. Bobcats will have it underneath. Opportunity to close it to 1 or tie.
Robert Ford into the game. Brown takes a seat. Lecolot in. Fuller to the bench. Montana State to inbound. Given to Lecolot on the left elbow. He had some big minutes in the win against Sac State. Now to Ford. Goes over to the right wing. Osabor working his way into the lane. Kicks out to the left wing. Gazales trying to bounce it back into the post. Nowhere to go. Back up to Ford. Only 5 to shoot. And a travel on Ford. Didn't get that ball down on the floor quite quickly enough. Turnover by Montana State. NAU takes over with an 11-8 lead. 12:58 to go in the first half.
And Ford may not be the offensive player that Cone is, but he's a tremendous defensive player. I think he got Ford off balance and forced Bobcat turnover.
NAU with the ball to our right in the road, Navy Blues. Out to the left elbow, into the lane. Picked up there, bounce pass underneath. Tout got blocked. Osabor turned it around, tipped out to the left wing. Back into Tout, 10 to shoot, posting up on the left block. 8, hands off over on the left elbow. Heyman works his way down toward the baseline and knocks down a jumper as he fell to the seat of his pants. Tough finish by Keith Heyman. And NAU knocking down some difficult shots right now to take a 13-8 lead, 12:20 to go in the first half. Osabor into the lane, going to the cup, 2-hand flush. Beat his man off the bounce and rattles the rim with 2 hands.
Yeah, great showing his quickness and athleticism with the block down here on Tout, and then from the high post driving it to the rim.
That makes it a 1-possession game. Heyman, nearly had to take it away and picked back up by NAU. Good defensive pressure by Sam Lecolot. Lumberjacks with the ball. Ford working his way into the paint. Steps back, down on the right baseline, tries a jumper, swirls off Tout the rebound, but he fouled while doing it. Second foul on Tout as he came over the back of Great Osabor. So 2 fouls on Tout, their starting center. And nice work early on by Great Osabor for Montana State, which will take us to a timeout. We're sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 11:47 to go in the first half. NAU leads Montana State 13-10. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. Back at First Interstate Bank broadcast position, Bobcats trail by 3 midway through the first half. At First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you, member FDIC. 11:47 to go in the first half. NAU 13, Montana State 10. So, Ryan, this has been quite close, kind of as we expected, even though NAU comes in at 6-16, 2-7 to the Big Sky. They've got some skill.
Yeah, and they're just so good offensively. They should be in most games. Bobcats haven't been able to wrestle free with the lead here and maybe start to build one of their own. It's going to be a chance to do that right here. Although NAU back with 4 of their 5 starters, Tout the only guy on the bench with 2 fouls.
Just picked that up before the last timeout. Montana State with the basketball moving from right to left. Osabor hands it off for Gazales. He's up at the top. Goes to Ford on the right wing. Ford curling to the free throw line. Bounce underneath. Osabor doubled. Lays it up with the left hand and got it to go. Doesn't matter. Send 2 blue jerseys his way, and great Osabor still able to finish with a little touch of the left hand. He's got 4.
And all 12 Bobcat points come in the paint early on.
NAU up 13-12, 11:15 to go in the first half. The Bobcats are doing that against primarily a zone defense. Over to the right wing. Fuller fires it into the right corner. McLaughlin gives it over to Maines on the right elbow, tries a jumper. That is short. Offensive rebound, back up. No, but a foul. Osabor too aggressive, swiping that right arm down. And Jack Wistressel will go to the line.
And that foul for Great really happens earlier when the shot goes up. He doesn't spin off and get inside position. He allows him to have it and then has to foul after the rebound.
Simpkins Holland believes in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have been met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Holland, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946. They also sponsor our Behind the Mic feed. You can tune in and watch us broadcast the game on the Montana State YouTube page and on the Bobcat Sports Properties Facebook page. Both free throws for Wistressel are good, so it's a 15-12 game. NAU leading Montana State, 10:50 to go in the first half. Brown on the drive, got blocked underneath, and NAU picks up the loose ball. Cone trying to push the tempo, crosses over into the lane, bounce pass underneath, knocked free, out of bounds, Bobcat basketball. Robert Ford came in, snuck in on a bounce pass along the baseline, and knocked it off the offensive player, and it's Montana State basketball. That was great hustle and defense by Robert Ford.
Unbelievable heads-up play to know he can't come up with the ball and just slap it off the NAU player to get his team in possession.
Jabril Bello getting ready to check back in. He just came out of the trainer's room, and now we've got a double dribble. Guess Ford touched it with his other hand. But Bello with that left hand all bandaged up due to the stitches. And he's back out there now. Lecolot will take a seat. And here we go. Bello and Osabor. Montana State loves to play this lineup, but it is tough with 2 big men, and you don't want to get in foul trouble. And it's hard to play a lot of minutes in the post. Just is.
Yeah, it's ironic when you think about it. The lineup is 2 point guards, 2 5-men, and a wing. Not a combination most teams can put out there.
And now Raekwon Battle striding to the scorer's table as well. NAU with the basketball. Cone out on the left wing. Skip pass over to the right wing for Nick Maines. Gives it to Fuller. Nice deny by Gazales, but Fuller able to make a tough catch. Now Fuller down underneath. Tries a reverse layup. Got it to go. Man, Gazales was right on his hip the whole way, and Xavier Fuller still found a way to finish. All 3 of his field goals have been very difficult shots, and Fuller has 7.
For a guy who's feeling it, though, he's been playing really well these last 3 weeks. He's not worried about degree of difficulty.
Montana State with the ball, trailing by 5. Brown to the free throw line, picks up the bounce, gives it to Osabor mid-post right side. Osabor backing down, draws a double, passes out of it to Brown. He steps up to the free throw line. Brown misses the jumper off the heel of the iron. NAU with a rebound, they lead 17-12, 9:35 to go in the first half. McLaughlin up at the top, turns the corner into the lane, fakes the pass, lays it up. That is no good, but the tip back by Fuller is good. Must have bounced out of the cylinder, very close to an offensive goaltend.
Yeah, it looked to me like it was still in the cylinder right there, but NAU will take it.
Montana State with the ball. They trail 19-12, 9:10 to go in the first half. Osabor looking for Bello, doesn't have it. And then a pass to Ford, and then back to Osabor. Osabor posting up, down on the right block, draws a double team, kicks it out. Ford into the left corner, Gazales fakes the pass into the post, tries a 3, got it! Nicky G for 3. Nick Gazales hitting it from the left corner. He's gotten a couple of threes the last 2 games now.
Yeah, kind of bailed the Bobcats out right there. The offense was stuck. He knocked down the big shot.
Oof, and then Cone the other way with a dynamite 3 with a hand in his face. Boy, he can just elevate so high, and Jalen Cone has 6 points.
And NAU continues their tear from 3. They're now 4 for 6 to start this contest.
Montana State trailing 22-15, bounce pass underneath, Bello up, fouled, will go to the line. Osabor with a bounce pass along the baseline as he drew a double team, and Jabril Bello going to the stripe for 2 free throws after the foul on NAU. So big free throws coming here for Jabril Bello. Town Pump's a proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild rivalry series between Montana State University and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump. First free throw is good for Jabril Bello. The foul, by the way, was on Trent McLaughlin. That was his first.
It's a good thing, Jabril, if you're going to have that cut, to have it on your left hand as a right-handed player doesn't affect his free throw shooting, which obviously he's done fantastic in league play. Does affect that little lefty hook, but he's played with it pretty well these last 2 games.
And Bello 80% from the free throw line in Big Sky play. That is impressive. NAU with the basketball. They lead 22-17, 8:15 to go in the first half. Cone throws it to Fuller. What a dynamic duo Cone and Fuller have been over the last month and a half. Fuller back to Cone out on the left wing, picked up by Brown. Cone trying to drive, pulls up the free throw line, jumper is short, and Montana State grabs the loose ball. Nice defense inside by Montana State again. Brown left around a screen to the wing, goes back to Battle over on the right wing, bounce into the post, Osabor back to Battle, open right wing 3. No, a little flat, too strong, NAU the rebound.
Boy, you don't see many teams double off a Raekwon Battle. They got away with it right there.
It was a good look, wanted to keep shooting that shot. NAU with the ball, 7.5 to play in the first. They lead 22-17. Turnaround jumper is good off the glass. Nick Maines, mid-post left side, just kissing it off the window. And NAU, man, the shots they have hit have not been easy. Bobcats with the ball to our left. Patterson fires it into the post. Osabor skips out to the right wing. Brown into the right corner for Battle. Pumps the 3, steps to his left, lets it fly. No, that's short. Another good look, didn't fall. Got to keep shooting. NAU with the ball. Lumberjacks leading 24-17, 7 minutes to go in the first half. Cone goes back to the right wing. Wrapped around over to the left wing. Nick Maines hands it off for Cone. Cone has a calm bounce, burning this clock down a little bit as NAU leads 24-17, 6:50 to go in the first. 8 seconds to shoot. Cone with a bounce, 5. Moves left around the screen, gets into the middle of the lane, puts up a floater, got it to go. That was an easy look for Jalen Cone, and Prime Lending timeout called by Montana State. Prime Lending home loans made simple. We'll take a break. NAU has come in here and is not back down. They have stood tall at the brick. Sit at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Right now, Northern Arizona leads Montana State 26-17. 6:40 to go in the first half. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. Bobcat basketball presented in part by your locally owned and operated McDonald's of Montana. Download the McDonald's app for free large fries every men's Cats basketball game day. Right now, Montana State 3 assists on 7 field goals. All assists presented by Aware Mental Health Services. And the Bobcats are 1 of 5 from downtown. All 3-point field goals sponsored by Wendy's. Right now, Montana State trailing 26-17, 6:40 to go in the first half, taking on Northern Arizona today. Brian, what are you seeing in the early going?
Yeah, I mean, the difference in the game right now is 3-point shooting. NAU, 4 of 6, 67%. Bobcats 1 of 5, so you're -9 from behind the arc, and that's the game. Raekwon Battle with a couple good looks. Fuller had a couple good looks. Got to find ways to make some jump shots because NAU ain't going to let up. They're going to keep firing them.
Montana State with the ball to our left. Robert Ford has the bounce for the Bobcats, going right around to Bello's screen. Bounce pass to Osibor, back to Bello, and Bello finishes with a left hand. What magnificent ball movement from the right wing from Ford down to Osibor in the mid-post, and with his back to the basket, a bounce pass to the cutting Bello, who had to adjust mid-air a little bit with some defensive pressure, and Bello was able to finish with that taped-up left hand. NAU with the basketball to our right. They lead by 7, 6 minutes to go in the first half. Cone out on the right wing, picked up by Ford. Throws to Maines at the top, given to Fuller beyond the arc. Fuller trying to drive, stops mid-post, right side. The jumper is too strong, and the rebound collected by NAU. Another offensive board. Now Cone, right wing 3. That's no good. Osibor wins another rebound, and the Bobcats have the basketball. So they get a stop, but it wasn't easy.
Yeah, too many offensive rebounds. They're down 5 on the glass already. Something that's kind of bugged Montana State the last few weeks.
Ford elbow jumper. That one swirls off. A little bit of a lid on the bucket for the Bobcats right now.
Absolutely. Only shooting 40%. This is a pretty efficient offensive team.
They've had a lot of open looks today. NAU with the ball to our right, to the free throw line. Heyman tries a jumper, and that rattles in. Keith Heyman able to get it to go. He only averages 4 a game. He's got 4 points in the first half, 5 1/4 to go in the first. NAU leads it 28-19. Montana State with the ball. Ford throws it to Osibor on the left elbow. Looking for some help. Has the dribble way out on the left baseline. Osibor trying to back down now. Osibor working toward the left block, spins to the right shoulder, uses the left hand, no. Bello the offensive rebound, and on the putback, Bello is fouled. Bello will go to the line as Nick Maines picks up his first foul, so 2 free throws coming for Jabril Bello. Montana parents know parenting isn't easy. ParentingMontana.org provides you with a way to build the skills your child needs to be successful. ParentingMontana.org, tools for your child's success. Bello at the line, Cats down 9. Jabril Bello so far today with 8 points. And the shot is good. Boy, it's been a lot of fun talking to and about Bello a little bit. Had him on Cat Chat over at Montana's Ribbon Chop House this week. That's on Tuesdays at 6:30. But it was a lot of fun just hearing how he communicates with his teammates, specifically with great Osibor, teaching him kind of how to defend without fouling, as well as helping Brown kind of get into the system, and with keeping Raekwon Battle locked in and focused.
Yeah, he does a lot that doesn't show up in a box score. Fierce competitor, and a guy who's all about the team. Just blessed to have watched him these last 3 years.
2 free throws are good for Jabril Bello. Montana State trailing 28-21, so down by 7. 4:50 to go in the first half. NAU with the ball to our right. Tout up at the top. Hands it off over on the left wing. Here's a 3. That is no good from Lloyd. Fighting for the rebound, tipped out of bounds. And it's staying here with NAU.
Yet another offensive rebound for NAU. That is 7 offensive rebounds in just 15 minutes of play. And you're going to lose games when you're giving teams extra possessions.
NAU's taken 6 more shots than Montana State has tonight. Lob out to Ford at the top as NAU lines it up and gets it set with a 7-point lead. 4.5 to go in the first half. Ford with the bounce. Moving left around the screen, throws back to Lloyd. That pass got tipped by Patterson, recovered by NAU. 5 to shoot. Lloyd to his left to the free throw line. Bounce pass underneath, tip free by Osibor, and he's able to pick it up. Great Osibor, terrific defense. Patterson helped out as well. The Bobcats force a turnover. Montana State with the ball. Raekwon Battle with the handles, crosses over, going to the rack, and he draws the foul. Boy, he got a lot of momentum going to the rack, and Jack Wistersill picks up his first foul. Nice job by Battle to get going downhill.
Yeah, and when you see Battle play this year versus last year, that's a difference. Last year, miss a couple threes, keep shooting threes until you just kind of shoot yourself out of the game. This year, Raekwon Battle misses a couple threes, and now he puts his head down, draws contact, gets himself to the foul line, and gives himself another way to score.
His feel for the game has really shined this season.
Yeah, he's just had a tremendous year. Like I said, I mean, if the Bobcats end up in first place at the end of the regular season, there's a good chance he's Big Sky Player of the Year.
Battle lining up. The second free throw is through. So Raekwon Battle hits them both. He has been dynamic at the free throw line lately. He was perfect over his last 3 games, and he knocks out his first 2 today. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Montana State trailing 28-23. With a whistle and a foul up high as Brown tried to jump in there and knock it free. So Darius Brown picks up his first foul, and that will take us to a timeout and a break for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 3:59 to go in the first half. Montana State trails Northern Arizona 28-23. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. First Interstate Bank broadcast position, Montana State trails 28-23 against Northern Arizona with 3:49 to go in the first half. Save the date for MSU's annual Giving Day starting at noon on February 15th and going through 5 p.m. on February 16th. Support the Cats with a donation of any amount to the Bobcat Club Annual Scholarship Fund. Learn more at msuaf.org. Al Bryan, we are pumping it up. I promise it was not just some fluff. We know this is a good NAU team, and they've proved it. They're up 28-23 over Montana State with 3:59 to go in the first half.
Yeah, and they've done it by making threes and getting on the offensive glass, which is just an effort thing. They've been able to do that. That's been giving them some success, and Bobcats got to make those adjustments. Now, I always say, and you hear me say it almost every day, but last 4 minutes, first 4 minutes. They got to have a great finish here. 4 minutes going to half, down 5. Be nice to go into the break even or better.
Montana State doing a little damage at the free throw line. They're 6 for 6 so far. Here's Fuller on the drive, gets up with a reverse layup. No, and a foul. Well, they putting that one on. They're going to give that to Jabril Bello. Boy, it certainly looked like he went straight up there. Taking a look at the replay right now. Yeah, he went pretty straight up.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough call right there. You got a player you bailed out who's out of control, but that's what Fuller kind of does. He plays at 100 miles an hour, and sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't.
Lately, it's been going well. Xavier Fuller knocks down the first of his 2 free throws. Started at community college, played at South Dakota his first year here at NAU, and he's averaged 20 points a game over his last 6. Next free throw is good. Xavier Fuller into double figures. He's got 10 in the first half. Make it 11 rather. Montana State with the ball. They trail by 7, 3:43 to go in the first half. Patterson bounces into the post. Bello doubled, looking to get rid of it from the right baseline. Throws it to Lecolot, out to Brown. Left wing three, Brown. No! Offensive board by Lecolot. No, he couldn't quite hang on. Boy, he had some space and could not hang on to that offensive rebound. NAU with the ball. 3:25 to go in the first half. NAU leading 30-23. Fuller pulls up at the elbow. The jumper is pure. Xavier Fuller, 13 points in the first half.
He is absolutely rolling and has been for almost a month, but he came in here tonight wanting to show he could do it against one of the top teams in the league.
Into Bello, into the lane, turns, righty hook. No, but he draws the foul. Jabril Bello will go back to the free throw line. Keith Heyman picking up his first free throw. And Jabril Bello sitting with 148 career blocks. He's playing in his 100th career start for Montana State. One more block, and he would tie Dewey Michaels for the all-time program lead in blocked shots.
Kalispell's finest, Dewey Michaels right there. Good people.
First free throw is no good. So this is the first of the two. Came in 47 of 59 in Big Sky play. Montana State overall 75% this year. Next shot is up and good. 75% in Big Sky play from the free throw line. So Bello splits the pair. He's got 11. Montana State trails 32-24, 2:56 to go in the first half. NAU with the ball, bounce pass underneath Cone. Up block, there it is. He's tied the all-time program record for blocked shots with that right-handed swat of Jalen Cone underneath the cup at the end of the first half. Patterson, left wing three the other way. No, and NAU has the rebound. That would have blown the roof off this place. Now Fort down underneath, takes it back out up to the top. Here's Fuller into the lane, spinning against Battle, turns, fall away free throw line jumper. That's no good. Great one-on-one defense by Battle. Bobcat rebound.
Yeah, good job by the Bobcats too to seal off the glass, get possession, down 8.
Montana State with the ball. Brown into the right corner for Battle. Jump pass down to Lecolot, makes the catch, kicks to the left corner. Here's Patterson. No, missed the wide open three again off the inside of the iron, looking from the left corner. Nick Gazales is going to get another chance. Cone behind the screen, tries a three. That's no good. Long rebound, and Tout got it. Big, long bounce. And NAU will set it up again, leading 32-24, 1:55 to go in the first half. Cone calms it down. 8 seconds to shoot. Cone to his right, 5, Cone going to the rack, blocked again, and just like that, Jabril Bello, the all-time shot blocker in Montana State history. Nobody's blocked more shots than Jabril Bello, and he swats that one along the baseline.
And I'll tell you right now, Cone might want to learn his lesson there. When you're 5'11", you're going against a guy like Jabril Bello. You can't go in soft. You got to go into his body. He just tries to go up and over. He ain't getting up and over Jabril Bello. 2
quick blocks by Jabril Bello, and he is the greatest shot blocker in Montana State history. Alley-oop lob picked off by Sam Lecolot. Here come the Bobcats. They trail 32-24, 1:40 remaining in the first half. Out to Brown, up to Gazales, topside three. Rimming, no. Osabor fighting for the rebound. No, he tried to tip it back in and did not control it. And here comes NAU again. They get another stop. Montana State has struggled from the field. They're one of their last 9. We got a whistle and a timeout called by NAU. So a negative on the scoreboard, but Jabril Bello becomes the all-time leading shot blocker in Montana State history as he picks up 2 quick blocks down to the baseline. They just announced it to the crowd here, and they all applaud Jabril. But they're locked in right now in the huddle with Montana State trailing 32-24, 1:22 to go in the first half.
Yeah, and the Bobcats are going to really have to clean up the rebounding at halftime. They're going to have to defend the three better, and they got to make some shots. I mean, you can't go 1 for 9, and it's not like the majority of those shots are open looks. You're not dealing with a guy in your face. Got to make shots.
It's been an issue all year. I mean, Montana State, we've talked about this all season. Montana State has gotten great looks from 3. Like, if you can find their percentage of quality looks from 3, like, it's astronomical.
Yeah, it'd be huge. And when you've got a guy like Bello, like Osabar, they draw so much attention. NAU's always going to double off the passer. So as soon as you throw it into the post, if you relocate, should be wide open. Got to just knock it down.
NAU with the ball. They'll inbound coming out of their own timeout. 1:22 to go in the first half. NAU has led for basically this entire first period. They're up 32-24, and they have the ball now. Jalen Cone with the bounce, picked up by Darius Brown. 8 to shoot. Cone to his right. 7. Cone stops mid-post. Bounce pass underneath. Knocked away. Darius Brown steals it. Here comes Montana State. Lekalot into the post for Osibor. Back to Lekalot. Gathers. Floats. Got it. Terrific pass by Osibor. Sam Lekalot finishes at the front of the rim with a finger roll.
Nice adjustment coming out of the timeout. Feed the post and follow it. That guy's open because they're worried about doubling the low post.
40 seconds left in the first half. NAU with the ball. Cone has the bounce. Goes over the left wing, Fuller. Into the post, Maines. Backing down on Lekalot. Gets into the paint, turn, and they called the foul. Certainly looked like the arms were straight up, and Maines put his hands into Lekalot's arms, unless there was something underneath. And 2 big free throws coming. So Maines will take 2 free throws. And Lekalot kind of moving his body in. So up top, he kept those arms up straight. But sometimes players will kind of drift their bodies into the offensive player's body underneath. The first free throw is no good. So first foul on Lekalot.
Ball never lies. So there you go. He missed the first one. Shouldn't have been a call. That should be all the evaluation officials need to know.
Yeah, if the free throw goes in, it was the right call. If not, you were wrong. Next free throw for Maines. That is good. So he splits the pair. So does that mean it was a 50-50 call if he splits the 2?
Must have been, yep.
Shot clock and game clock nearly identical. Montana State with the ball down 33-26. It's about 20 seconds left in the first half. Montana State will burn it down. Darius Brown has a calm dribble out near the half-court line. NAU sporting that 2-3 zone. Been playing a ton of that over the last couple of games. 8 seconds to go. Great on the drive. Kicks to Gonzalez. Right corner 3. Yes! Gonzalez got it to go. And the foul! A chance for a 4-point play. Nick Gonzalez coming off the bench, providing a spark. Drains the right corner 3, and he's going to the line with a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
Big time shot by Nick Gonzalez. His first one bailed the Cats out a few minutes ago on a bad possession. That one just brought this place, or almost took the lid off the roof.
Just what the doctor ordered. He was a great scorer in community college, 17 points a game, 43% from the field, 39% from beyond the arc, so he can do it. It's not like the three-point line changes from community college out to Montana State. And we're starting to see him find a little more confidence. And 2 threes in the first half for Gonzalez. The chance for more at the line here with 5 seconds left in the first half. This free throw is up and good. It's a 3-point game. NAU ready to inbound. Got to go the length of the floor. 3 seconds. Cone across the half-court line. 2. Bobbled, lost it, and that is the end of the first half. So Montana State did not get the lead, but they got some momentum heading into the break. We'll take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. At halftime, NAU 33, Montana State 30. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State trailing 33-30 against NAU at the break at halftime. At Montana's Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our community. Enjoy premium steak, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. Well, Brian, that was quite the flurry at the end of this first half. Montana State's been on their heels all game long, but even though they didn't take a lead at halftime, they certainly grabbed some of the momentum.
Yeah, those last 3 minutes to go on a 7-1 run, get the momentum play by Gonzalez by knocking down the three, and even the steal on the last possession, just to create that sense of momentum. Now you got to carry that over into the first 4 minutes, second half.
Well, and for Montana State, they really did finally start to lock down a little bit defensively against NAU, which missed their last 4 shots at the end of that first half. They really only shot 38% in that first half, so they hit some threes, but yeah, kind of a mixed bag in terms of Montana State's defense in that first half.
Yeah, it was a little bit up and down, and really the biggest part that was down was the rebounding. I think even the threes, I mean, if they have 4 made threes and a half, you can probably live with that. But to give up 9 offensive rebounds, you think about it, NAU missed a total of 20 shots in the half. 9 of them they got back. So if you're going to get back every other miss, you're not feeling a lot of pressure to go ahead and make shots.
All right, we'll step aside. We're at halftime. Montana State trailing at Northern Arizona 33-30. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. We're live for the break. Montana State and Northern Arizona at halftime. The Bobcats trailing 33-30. Some of the numbers: Montana State 37% from the field, 2 of 10 from downtown. All 3-point field goals sponsored by Wendy's. And Montana State 8 of 9 from the free throw line. NAU 38% from the field, 4 of 9 from beyond the arc, and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Bobcats out-rebounded 23-14, so that's been a bit of an issue. Only 3 turnovers for Montana State and 5 for Northern Arizona. Jabril Bello leading the way with 11 points tonight, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds for Bello, 6 points for Raekwon battles 7 for Nick Gonzalez, a season high already for Gonzalez. He did have 19 in a game against UNC last year. Osabor 4 points, and Lekalot with 2 in this ball game. NAU 13 points from Xavier Fuller, 8 from Jalen Cone, 4 from Heyman, 3 from Maines, 3 from McLaughlin, and 2 from Wistrasol. So those are the numbers after the first half. There were 6 assists on 10 field goals for the Bobcats, all assists presented by Aware Mental Health Services. At halftime, Montana State trails Northern Arizona 33-30. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
21 of 33 from Cone and Fuller.
Studley. We're at halftime, and Montana State trails Northern Arizona 33-30. Before we keep going, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Bobcat Basketball. I'm Keaton Galogly, he's Brian Preby, and Will Gordon is back in the studios tonight as Montana State trails by 3 at halftime against NAU. Prime Lending offers home financing programs with personal attention and straightforward guidance. It's also important to work with mortgage professionals who live and work within our Bobcat community. Give one of your local Prime Lending loan officers a call today. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. Quick update on the First Interstate Bank scoreboard. On the women's side, Montana State falls today 79-50, so a tough loss out in Flagstaff for the women today. The only other men's Big Sky game going right now, Montana leads Northern Colorado 36-33. Northern Colorado will be here on Saturday for a 4 p.m. tip. We'll be on the air for that one at 3:30. And coming up in about 10 minutes, Idaho at Portland State and Eastern Washington at Sacramento State. Take one more break. When we get back, we'll get you set for the second half of play between Montana State and Northern Arizona. Bobcats trailing 33-30. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State trails at halftime, 33-30 against Northern Arizona. Bobcat basketball is brought to you by Kendall Ford Lincoln of Bozeman, a proud sponsor of Montana State Athletics. From your seat at the game to your driver's seat, enjoy every minute. When you're ready for something new, get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. All right, Brian, well, let's get some keys going into this second half. What are some of the things you're looking for out of Montana State in the second 20 minutes?
I think they would like to kind of lock down the defense here a little bit. Fuller and Cone go for 21 and have 21 of the 33 NAU points in the first half. You'd like to take care of that. Obviously, we've belabored the rebounding point. That's got to get better. Can't give up 9 rebounds and expect to win. Offensively, got to make some shots from the perimeter. Can't just be throw the ball into Jabril, throw the ball into Great, and let them make plays all night. Guys got to step up and make shots. I'd expect Nick Gonzalez to get a little bit of run here. He made 2 of 3 threes in that first half, 7 points. Got to go with the hot hand.
Yeah, Gonzalez 2 threes tonight. He's had 4 all year. And look, he's a guy who came over from community college. He's been kind of a role bench player in his time here, but he can definitely shoot. And he's had a big game here or there. I mean, he had the 19-point game against UNC last year, so we know it's kind of in there. And already a season high with the 7 points in the first half. Fun to see.
Yeah, it's great for him. It looks like he might be starting the second half if they've updated the stats on the board. But I think Montana State's got to find some guys that are going to make some shots because, again, there's just no threat to double the post. Double the post, they kick it out, they miss the shot, you get the rebound, you move on. Bobcats got to make some shots from the perimeter to make people pay.
Fuller, Battle, and Patterson are all 0 of 2 from beyond the arc. Nick Gonzalez has the only 2 Wendy's three-pointers tonight, so somebody's got to start knocking them down. So far, it's been Nick Gonzalez after the first half, and now we're getting ready to roll for the second half of action. Tyler Patterson is starting the second half, so Gonzalez will start on the bench. And for Montana State, it is their same starting 5 of Battle, Bello, Brown, Patterson, and Fuller. Montana State will start with the basketball in the second half. They trail 33-30. They had a little rush at the end of the first half to make this a one-possession game, highlighted by the 4-point play from Nick Gonzalez. Fuller looking to get into the post, does to Bello, draws the double, bounce pass back out to the corner, and it's thrown back up to the top of the key. Into the post, Bello working on Tout, spins, draws the double, pauses, floats. Whoa, they called a travel. He was able to finish, and he traveled, so a turnover by Montana State.
Yeah, he missed it. That's just a blown call by the official there. Bello just gave a little fake before he left the court and scored. It's unfortunate for Montana State. It was a good start.
Takes 2 points off the board. He finished that bucket. Here's Fuller curling into the lane, stops at the Big Sky logo, turns, jumper, no. And Montana State the rebound. Nice job by Raekwon Battle to box out. Bobcat basketball trailing by 3. Brown lobs into the post for Bello, makes the catch, hops, floats, got it. Jabril Bello going to work. He's got 13 points, and then it's stolen off the inbounds pass by Montana State. Darius Brown leading the Big Sky in steals at 2.5 a game, and he's got another one. Nobody in the Big Sky has more than 2.
He's been phenomenal on both ends, and first half he really didn't contribute on the offensive end scoring. I'd expect that to change.
Brown works his way into the paint, bounce pass underneath, it got kicked by NAU. Brown was a little quiet offensively on the West Coast swing. He had some tough foul trouble against Portland State, a couple of missed calls went against him, had 4 points in the win against Sac State, and did not score in the first half today on 0 of 4 shooting.
But he's been a guy that's been clutch all year, so would not be shocked to see him.
Battle, two-hand slam off the inbounds pass. A bounce pass to Battle, and he finds the springs in his shoes and rattles the rim to get the Bobcat crowd back up to their feet.
And the Bobcats now on an 11-1 run going back to the end of the first half.
Now a jumper the other way, and that is good. Oakland Fort able to finish his first 2 points, so the dunk by Battle put the Bobcats in front for a brief possession, back down by 1, 35-34, 18-20 to go in the game. Battle with 2 loud slams tonight. Bounce pass into Bello, draws the double, had it knocked out of his hands. Bobcats recover with 10 to shoot. Here's Brown, back into Bello. Kicks it out to the right corner. Fuller drives the baseline with 5, gets in deep 4, and he draws a foul as he was passing it. So the Bobcats will inbound with just over 18 minutes to go in the ball game. Montana State trails 35-34.
Yeah, and right there, if Caleb hears that whistle, you got to throw it at the rim. Just try and see if you can get yourself on the line, even if it shouldn't have happened.
May have had a good open three look if he wanted it too over there. Montana State with the ball. Now we've got a whistle and a foul underneath on NAU. Xavier Fuller ended up on the floor, and he's called for his first foul. Kind of away from the ball, didn't quite see it.
And the official looks over at the bench and says he's holding him a lot. As if any holding is legal, but holds him a lot. I like that. Third foul on Fuller. That's a big foul.
Montana State will inbound here. And it's lobbed out to the right wing. Here's Battle. He's got the bounce to the right elbow, going to the rack, and he draws the foul. Boy, kind of cradled it like he was a running back breaking through the line. And then he got fouled. And that one goes on Jack Wistrasel. So I think they're saying that was not on the shot. Yep, and they're going to make Montana State inbound this thing.
Boy, and I tell you, I think that's a missed call. I thought it was pretty clear. The Battle had that ball cradled at his waist and was bringing it up above his shoulders going in to score.
Bello accepts the inbounds pass, draws a double team on the right block, and has it taken away. Turnover by Montana State. Tout running the other way. Ahead to McLaughlin. Forced it up, and they called the foul. Tyler Patterson called for the foul, his first on the defense, and NAU will go to the line.
Boy, that's a tough call. Man, I tell you, I mean, Tyler is just going straight up. He's moving backwards. He doesn't create the contact. Same official who missed a travel on the other end. He's had a rough start to his second half.
And McLaughlin makes it count with a free throw. He's got one more. You know, by your logic, that means it was the right call since he made the free throw.
Yeah, he probably missed this one, though. He also could be a 99% free throw shooter. You can't argue with that.
Next one is good. He's actually 85% from the free throw line. Trent McLaughlin, and he knocks down both. He's got 5. Montana State trailing 37-34, 17:45 to go in the ball game. Couple of tough calls have actually taken some points off the board for Montana State. Battle out on the right wing. Steps back for a right wing three. No. Rebound tipped, and NAU comes away with it. Battles started 0 of 3 from beyond the arc. Now top side three the other way. That's good. McLaughlin feeling it. And we've got a cut. No, what do we got? Is that a cut on Ray? Yeah, Raekwon Battle's got a cut on his hand. But the three was good by McLaughlin. He's got 8 now.
Yeah, and the Bobcats in disarray in transition defense. McLaughlin just literally dribbles to the top of the key, pops a three. He's wide open. No one picks him up. He has a 5-0 run, and the Lumberjacks are back up 6.
Overall, a 7-0 run here for Northern Arizona after Montana State took their first lead since very, very early in this ball game. Montana State with the ball. They move from left to right, trailing 40-34 against Northern Arizona, which is looking for back-to-back wins here in the Big Sky. Out to Fuller on the left wing. They're looking for their first Big Sky road win. Bounce into the post. Brown makes the catch double. Blocked from behind. Got his own loose ball. Kicked out to Battle. Back to Brown. Right corner three. Off the front iron. Good look. NAU the rebound. Fort rushing the other way into the lane. Had it poked out of bounds. And it's staying here. Jabril Bello was able to get a hand on it. And it's staying with the Lumberjacks.
Lumberjacks have been able to fight off that 11-1 Bobcat run. They've been able to give up the lead and get it back. They've played the way you got to play on the road. Pretty phenomenal effort so far by the Jacks.
Bobcats down 6. Lumberjacks with the ball to our left. Thrown into the right corner. Wistrel a three. Swirls off, and Bello has the rebound. Boy, Bobcats needed a miss. Cats down 6 with the ball. 16:45 to go in the second half. Battle pestered up high with a dribble. Hands it off for Patterson. Bounce into the post. Bello makes the catch, goes up, floats it, got it to go. Jabril Bello with a tough left-hand finish. And now we've got a whistle and a foul. Where are we going here? Fuller and Wistrel got a little tangled up. Looking at the replay. No, that's a replay of the bucket. I think they're going to go review this thing. Oh, it was Bello and Wistrel who were all tangled up. Wistrel ended up on the floor, and Bello kind of gave him a shoulder for it as their arms were all knotted up.
Yeah, definitely have to review it. I think they're going to see pretty obviously it's just a basketball play. Bello's just heading up the floor. Whistle just right there, and they just run into each other. It's a nothing.
Yeah.
Pretty easy call. I think this will be a pretty quick review, but you never know.
So they're taking a look at it now. Not only is dairy delicious, but it also promotes health as well. Just 3 servings of dairy a day improves overall wellness and may reduce the risk of developing some chronic diseases. It's a quick, convenient, and economic way to make sure you are staying strong and healthy on and off the field. So, yeah, Bello was kind of heading up the floor. Wistrasel was kind of in his way. Bello did use his arms to kind of swing through a little bit there, but it didn't look like he was trying to do anything too intentional. And looks like they're saying there was nothing there. So,
I hear you.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I would be stunned if this is anything. It's just a basketball play. It's what happens when two guys just, neither guy's really looking. They just run into each other. Nothing intentional, obviously, about it.
Are they going to give a foul? Because they did raise their hand there, but they didn't initially give it to anybody. That's why, they stopped the play.
Yeah, I think they stopped the play specifically because a guy went to the floor and they wanted to review it before they made any determination or call. So, the replay doesn't effectively have to turn over a call that was made. It's simply, was there a call to be made? And there's just nothing there. I hope the officials' basketball sense here equals the obvious.
So they're all talking about it now. All 3 officials have finished looking, and they have made their decision. 2 guys running into each other, reading lips here, so I think we're okay. Yeah,
So it'll be NAU ball at point of interruption.
Yep.
It's good to review. I get the review, but
Yeah, for sure.
there was nothing there whatsoever.
The Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites, proud sponsor of MSU Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com to book your stay today. Montana State down 4. NAU with the ball. 16:20 to go in the game. Ford dribbled it off his foot, but able to recover. Hand off for Liam Lloyd. Lloyd on the drive, kicks into the left wing. Here's a 3. Fort got it. Oakland Fort pouring it home. He's fewer than 30 or less than 30% from downtown, and Fort able to put down a big 3. NAU 6 of 12 from downtown today. Brown out to Fuller at the top. Fuller moving to the right wing, comes around a screen, turns the corner, skip pass out to the left wing, then to Patterson. His 3, yes! Tyler Patterson from long range.
Boy, and that one feels like he just needed it. He probably exhaled pretty big after that one. It's been a rough stretch for Tyler. Good to see him knock it through.
His last great game was against this NAU team, and a hand check. Raekwon Battle put his hand on the defender for his foul on Ray, and that'll bring us to a timeout for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 15:37 to go in the ball game. Montana State still playing from behind. They trail 43-39 against NAU. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. Every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience that's second to none. Experienced doctors and advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. We're set at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 15 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the contest. NAU leads Montana State 43-39, and Ryan, if the Bobcats are going to win their 9th straight game in this all-time series against the Lumberjacks, it's going to be a grind to finish it off.
It's going to be a grind, and they've got to take away the three. Right now, the Lumberjacks are shooting 50% from three. They're only shooting 41% overall, 6 of 12 from three. They're 9 for 25 inside the arc. Got to sell out and make them get inside the arc if they can.
Join Champs New Kids Club, presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $25 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/Champs Kids Club. NAU the ball to our left. They lead by 4, 15.5 to go in the ball game. Hand off over to Cone on the right wing. He dribbles to his left. Cone still with a bounce. Gets to Fuller, who's been sitting with 3 fouls for a few minutes. Fuller to his left, gets to the free throw line, lobs it in underneath. Tout makes a tough catch in way too deep down in the lane, and a shot clock violation. That's a great defensive stop. Now the Bobcats can make it a one-possession game with a score.
Yeah, really nice stop there, and the Bobcats can do exactly what you said. It's going to be interesting to see who on Montana State steps up here in the second half offensively. Right now, it is the Jabril Bello show on this end of the floor, and that's about it. He's got 15 of the 39 points.
5 of 8 from the field, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, and became the all-time leading shot blocker in program history earlier tonight. Patterson steps into a 3-ball, swirls off, man, wide open look. It was right on line, and it just didn't fall.
And the Bobcats ran that fake lob play just to make the defense shift and give Patterson that look.
Out on the left wing, Maines throws to Tout. Holding near the perimeter, hands off for McLaughlin, trying to drive, gets into the lane, fall away jumper. Ooh, that's good. Trent McLaughlin, tough finish, and McLaughlin has 10 today, starting his 6th consecutive game. He's played himself into the starting lineup, proving why tonight.
Yeah, he's been really helping this team offensively, and he has had some clutch shots here so far.
Battle elbow jumper, yes. He wasn't super confident. He started to run toward the rim, but it's in. And Raekwon Battle has 10, a quiet 10 from Raekwon. NAU with the ball. McLaughlin slings out to Fuller. He turns into the lane. Fuller forces it up. No, Raekwon Battle with the defense. Might have gotten away with a grab. Here come the Bobcats down 4. Battle going to the rack, forces it up. No, fight for the rebound, and it is out of bounds to Montana State. And they're saying the defender against Ray was straight up.
Kind of the same play on both ends, a little bit of contact on both ends. Neither one drew a whistle.
Raekwon Battle really doesn't get a lot of those calls. There's so many times he's in the air, and the defender is staying straight up. Fuller going to the bench, kind of massaging his lower back. And Montana State will inbound here. Osobor playing at the center possession. Into Battle, makes the catch and draws the fouls. He goes to the cup, and Raekwon Battle will be going to the line as Nick Maines picks up a foul, his 2nd. Nick Gonzalez coming back in. He's got a season-high 7 points. Jabril Bello has a game-high 15, and Raekwon Battle has 10. On the other side, Xavier Fuller, 13. Trent McLaughlin with 10 today. So Raekwon Battle going to the line. The first is good. Got it just off the front iron. All right, it's a one-possession game. Another big free throw here.
Bobcats just grinding on this one. Not an easy one to go.
Ooh, and he missed it. Offensive board, put back, no from Lekalot. Another offensive rebound by great Osobor. First missed free throw by Battle in 4 games, but Osobor cleans it up and finishes with a spin move on the left block. 2 points for Osobor. Cats back to within 1 with 13:40 to go in the ball game. Boy,
Nice.
that snaps a long stretch for Battle.
Yeah, nice sequence there for the Bobcats, though, to just come up with a couple offensive rebounds and get this to a 1-point game.
Tout at the elbow, looking to get rid of it, has nowhere to go. Osobor there on the defense. Thrown out to McLaughlin off a screen, tries a 3, got it to go. Good job by Gonzalez not to foul there. Trent McLaughlin feeling it. He's got 13 points.
And where's the flop call there as McLaughlin just goes to the floor. Pretty easy flop call, no whistle.
Montana State Down by 4. 13 minutes to go in the game. Another big three by NAU. Here's a battle in the middle of the zone. Pure jumper from the free throw line. Nice to see that getting going against that 2-3 zone. 13 points for Battle.
Yeah, and you can see just that little extra look in his eye. He's feeling it right now.
Cone over the left wing for Baines. Works his way into the paint, puts up a runner, no, fight for the rebound, and the Bobcats can't save it on the baseline. So NAU will get another possession here.
First offensive rebound for the Jacks in the second half. So Montana State had cleaned that up, and that's one. You had 3 guys there, you thought you should come up with it.
Just some butterfingers. Been there. The inbounds pass coming for NAU. Fuller's got it on the baseline. Looking to inbound, looking, long pass. Grabbed by McLaughlin, Ford almost stole it. McLaughlin steps into a 3, and he splashes it in. Trent McLaughlin, dynamite from downtown. His 4th 3, he's got 16 points, and it puts the Jacks back up by 5.
And NAU is 4 for 5 from 3 in the second half, just 1 for 4 everywhere else.
Like a lot. Bounce to Ford at the left elbow in the middle of the zone. Out to Battle on the right wing. Battle tries to drive, gets down to the right block, pulls up, kisses it off the window, and got it to go. Raekwon Battle, he's heating up. 15 points for Battle. Montana State back within 3, 12 minutes to go. Battle's averaged 23 points a game over his last 4. Under 12 to play. We got a stoppage coming at the next whistle. NAU with the ball. Give it to Tout over on the right wing. Jump pass out to the left wing. McLaughlin again. Yes, Trent McLaughlin, another 3. Got open off a screen.
Yeah, Nick Azalis missed that in the scouting report. The little elevator screen on the wing gets the hot hand another look.
Ford in underneath. Osabor makes the catch and draws the foul as it goes to the cup. And great Osabor will go to the line when we come back. Boy, both offenses electric right now. Raekwon Battle, look at his eye. He's got 15 points. Trent McLaughlin with 19 points on 5 of 6 from beyond the arc. He's gotten away from the Bobcats. We'll take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 11:30 left in the ball game. Northern Arizona leads Montana State 54-48. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. We know that each home purchase is unique. That's why Prime Lending offers home financing programs with personal attention and straightforward guidance. It's also important to work with mortgage professionals who live and work within our Bobcat community. Give one of your local Prime Lending loan officers a call today. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. We're set at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 11:30 to play in the ball game. NAU leading Montana State 54-48. Trent McLaughlin's gotten away, knocking down a bunch of 3s here in the second half.
Yeah, 5 for 6 for him. The team's 5 for 6 in the second half. That's insane on its own to just be that hot from behind the arc. NAU 9 for 15, 60% on 3s. We said coming in that was going to be a big thing. They're a really good shooting team. They have lived up to that billing.
Osabor going to the line for Montana State. Checking the First Interstate Bank scoreboard, Montana leads Northern Colorado 53-46 with 11:42 to go in that one. And Eastern Washington, first free throw's no good. Eastern Washington leading Sac State 23-7 midway through that first half. So Sac State off to a hot start.
Yeah, Sac State's
defense. Eastern Washington off to a hot start.
Sac State's defense, which is really, really good, is not living up to billing, but their offense is, because it's not great.
Osibor splits the pair. He's got 7 points off the bench tonight. He had double figures in each of the last 2 games. Montana State down 54-49 against NAU, 11:20 to go in this ball game. Montana State has led for less than 30 seconds. Out the top, Tout, whistle, foul. Ford picks up a foul, fighting through a screen. First foul on Ford. Real milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. Cone fires into the right corner. McLaughlin closed out by Brown. McLaughlin's had the scalding hot hand. Dribbles to the elbow. 10 to shoot. Out to Fuller. He works his way to the top of the key against Gonzalez. Bounce into the post now. Tout right of the lane with 4. Tout backing in 3. Turns. Fall away. Free throw line jumper is short. Offensive rebound. Wistersel back up and in. Offensive rebound, and it turns into 2 for NAU. They're up by 7.
Yeah, second chance points. 14-9, NAU up. Those are going to be key plays down the stretch.
Lob into the post, or down to the baseline rather. Osibor with it, face it up, has the bounce, working on Wistersel, backing down, jump pass out to the top, given to Brown, around to the right corner, Gonzalez for 3. No, off the inside of the iron, but an offensive rebound by Jabril Bello down to the right block. Bello going to work, posted up, makes the catch, and he draws the foul. Got that jersey tucked well before the shot, and that is another foul on Tout.
Yeah, his 4th. It's his 3rd, so they gave one of those over to Fuller, I guess. But Tout with his 3rd, that's big, as he's starting to get near that time where he's got to take a break.
Montana State inbounds after the foul. Osibor down to the left baseline, working on Wistersel. Trying to back down, draws a double, had it stripped, and they do call a foul. Fuller grabbed his arm, and that's the 4th on Xavier Fuller, just coming and helping out with some post defense. The Bobcats will inbound again.
I think they gave it to Wistersel, so
they
it'll
did.
be his 4th. Should have been on Fuller, but they gave it to Wistersel.
Wow, big call.
Should be 1-1, so the Bobcats should go to the line right here.
There you go. Yep, that's up to number 7 now. So great Osibor will go to the stripe. This game is brought to you in part by the Montana State Fund, covering Montana's workers with workers' comp and safety know-how. Workplace safety. You're naked without it. More at safemt.com.
Half of NAU's points have been behind the arc tonight, and that's been the difference here. If the Bobcats can crack down on that.
Bello's trying to steal the free throws, by the way.
Yeah.
It was Osibor.
Oh, it definitely was.
Yep. They got it.
Yeah. Bello says my bad.
So great Osibor going to the line for a 1-1. Big free throws here with Bobcats down by 7, trailing 56-49 against NAU with 10:15 to go in the ball game. Officials still discussing something here. Montana State has not lost to NAU since 2018. And yep, no, we're good. And they did put the foul on Wistersel. All right. All the paperwork is done. Back to the fun. The front end is good. Great Osibor handling business at the stripe. Boy, what a great weekend Osibor had. 17 points against Portland State. 13 points against Sac State. Had a season-high 28 minutes in that Sac State game. Next free throw is through. Osibor had a smile on his face. He knew that thing was falling as soon as it left his hands. 9 points for Osibor. Bobcats back within 5. They've made it a one-possession game multiple times, but they've only gotten over the hump once since very early in this game. Quick pass into the post, knocked out of bounds. Nick Gonzalez reaching around Fuller and swatting it into the NAU bench. Raekwon Battle coming back into the ball game. He found a hot hand before that last break. He's got 15 points.
Yeah, Montana State point guard, 2 5-man offense, or lineup rather, and then you add in Raekwon Battle on the wing. That's a pretty formidable 5.
Oh, and Osabor in the front court. Brown and Ford, the point guards. Raekwon Battle, the electric scorer. Cone, bounce pass underneath. Nobody was there. Turnover. Montana State's taking the ball back. Trailing 56-51. 9:49 to go in the ball game. It's not late yet, but it's getting close. You don't want to procrastinate too much.
Yeah, especially with a team that's shooting as well as they are from behind the arc. Bobcats would love to get a lead here and build it up to a couple possessions if they could.
NAU's been significantly better behind the three-point line than in the two-point range. Bello hands it off for Brown on the right wing. He turns to the elbow, bounce pass to Bello, down to the right block, spins, lefty hook. No! Ooh, off the heel of the iron with that taped up left hand. NAU has the basketball going to our left. They lead by 5. Fuller has it out on the left wing. He's been in a little foul trouble and has cooled since that first half. Fuller to the free throw line on Battle, down into the mid-post, turns, fall away jumper, no, fight for the board, and the Bobcats win it. Good 50-50 ball tip free by Bello. Brown up to the top, gets to the right wing, bounces it into the post. Osabor's got it. Osabor doubled, kicks it out to Ford. He's wide open for a topside three. No! Oh man, that's a wide open look, and it does not fall. Cats haven't hit a field goal in over 3 minutes.
And both teams have taken 15 threes, but NAU's up 9-3 on makes, and that is the difference right now.
3 Wendy's threes for Montana State. Tyler Patterson getting ready to check back in. Cone to the left wing. Picks up the dribble, gives to Tout. Back out to Cone. Back to Tout against Brown. 5 to shoot. Tout spins, floats, blocked. Great Osabor, and they called the goaltend.
Oh man, I don't think that ball had gotten above the rim yet. That was a close one. Love to see a replay on it. Looked like Great timed it perfect. Yeah, that ball's not above the rim. That is a missed call. Wow. Missed call on the travel. Missed call right there. That's an 8-point swing. Wow.
So Montana State fighting 2 teams right now, and they trail 58-51, 8:28 to go in the ballgame. Osabor out of the right wing, hands it off for Patterson. Cats got to get it going offensively. Into Osabor down to the right block, skip pass out to the top. Here's Battle, top side 3, in and out. Bello the rebound down to the left block, goes right back up and jams it home! Jabril Bello! What a slam off the offensive rebound! And then a foul across the half-court line. Cone got tangled up with Darius Brown.
Man, Jabril would not be denied. He comes up with the unbelievable rebound and then just takes Tao up to the rim. He easily could have drawn the 4th foul on Tao right there. Didn't get it. So unfortunately for the Bobcats, they don't get the and one, but unbelievable play by Jabril Bello.
8:03 to go in the game. NAU still up 58-53 over Montana State. Northern Arizona has led for over 30 minutes in this game. They have played from in front all night. Lloyd out on the left wing. He's been coming off the bench lately. Goes into the left corner for Cone. Had it tipped out of bounds by Brown. And we'll stay here with NAU. When we come back, it's getting late. Bobcats trying to avoid a disaster at home. We're sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:50 left in the ball game. Northern Arizona leads Montana State 58-53. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. Bridger Brewing Three Forks is now open for lunch and dinner. Stop by Wednesday through Sunday to enjoy our delicious food, craft beers, and cocktails. Bridger Brewing beers are now available at your favorite grocery stores and gas stations across Montana. Cheers to every journey being better than the last. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State trails 58-53, 7:50 to go in the ball game. Brian, you want to win a regular season title, you got to win this game.
Yeah, this is going to be a big 7.5 minutes, 7:50 to go here. Bobcats have it in them. They know how to win close games. I think it's really going to come down to the defensive effort. They're going to have to find a way to get stops. The Jacks have 58. Bobcats are giving up 62 in Big Sky Conference play. I think they got to hold them under 70 to get this thing done.
NAU's lost a lot of close games in Big Sky play. Really 4 of the 5 in that 5-game losing streak were within about 2 possessions. Cone to the free throw line, pulls up with a jumper, rattles home with a hand in his face, and Jalen Cone into double figures. He's got 10.
That's a tough shot. You got Jabril Bello all over you. Still found a way to get it up and in.
Montana State with the ball to our right. Bello hands it off for Battle at the top. Battle on the drive, gets down to the right block, leans in, kisses it off the window and in. Raekwon Battle's been heating up in the second half. He's got 17 points, 11 since the break.
Yeah, and that's just such a tough shot. His just degree of difficulty is incredible.
NAU, though, has hit 5 of their last 7. Bounce pass underneath. Cone dropped it, kicks it out to the left corner, out to the left wing. McLaughlin steps to his left for 3. Missed one finally. Ball tipped out of bounds, and it's going to the Bobcats. Jabril Bello and Jack Wistressel Carson Tout ended up on the floor. No call either way. Just tough battling inside.
And the Bobcats have a chance to get this back to a 1-possession game here. Coach Sprinkle is going to be looking at the play card and finding that set that he thinks will give him that quick bucket.
Last lead was at 34-33, about 19 minutes to go. Right now, under 7 to play. Bobcats down 5 with the ball to our right. Osabor hands it off for Battle, coming off the screen, gets to the elbow, down to the right block, leans in, got blocked, picks up his loose ball, then lost it, saves it across the baseline, but not in time. And it is NAU basketball. So they're trying to get some plays and some screens here for Raekwon Battle, but NAU just collapsing defensively on him. Serving all your garage door needs, StoreTech is raising the door on quality. Bobcats need to string together some stops. They trail by 5, trailing 60-55, 6:30 to go in the ballgame. Cone working to his right wing. Picks up the dribble, throws to McLaughlin, who's been the star of the second half of the Lumberjacks. McLaughlin down to the mid-post, pulls up with the jumper. That one swirls off. The Bobcats have the rebound. Montana State does get a stop, down 5. Brown out to the left wing. Into Osabor against Maines, down to the left baseline. Osabor backing down, draws the double, kicks it out. Here's Battle to the mid-post, floats it up, no, but draws the foul. Trent McLaughlin caught his forearm. And Raekwon Battle going back to the stripe. Just had a stretch of 22 consecutive makes of the free throw line. Snapped, but then hit one right after that.
Yeah, and there's nobody you'd rather have on the line than Raekwon Battle right here. I love what he's done in the second half. He has just been on attack mode, turning the corner, getting the shoulder down, getting into the paint, finishing acrobatic, tough finishes, but finding a way to will his team to get back on top.
Misses or makes the first, 18 points for Battle. That's his per game average in Big Sky play at 18 points a contest. That's good for 5th in the conference and a chance for another here. That is good. Raekwon Battle following up that 32-point performance against Sac State with 19 tonight. We got a 1-possession ball game. Bobcats back at home. They need some help from Cat Country. They're down 60-57 with just under 6 minutes to go in the game. Tout throws it over to the right wing. Maines gives to Tout, way out high. He's got the dribble, lost it, picks it back up, 9 to shoot. Tout gives to Fuller, bobbled, recovered, 5, into the post. Fuller makes the catch, lays it up. No! The Bobcats got the rebound and the stop. Fuller livid, he didn't get a foul call. Here's Battle, going to the rack, hop, stop, floater, got it! Raekwon Battle like a running back, bursting through the line, cradling the rock, finishing off the window, and a timeout called by NAU. Raekwon Battle, 21 points, and he's got the Cats within striking distance. We'll take a break. 5:25 left in the ball game from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. NAU leads Montana State 60-59. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Montana State trailing 60-59 against Northern Arizona with 5:21 to play in the ball game. We're set at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. The Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. Brian, Raekwon Battleman, he is an absolute star, and he's showing off in the second half tonight.
Yeah, 7 minutes to go. Bobcats down 7. Raekwon Battle goes 6-0. A couple driving little jumpers, layup type shots, and then makes a couple free throws. And the Bobcat defense is really tightened up here over the last 2-3 minutes.
NAU has not scored in the last 2 minutes, 17 seconds. They have the ball now, leading by 1. They just called a timeout. Bobcats trying to get back in front. They have led for less than 30 seconds tonight. Fuller bounce to Maines, left post against Osabor. Maines spins, jumper, short, blocked. What do they call? I think it's staying here. Yeah, it's staying here with NAU. Osabor got a piece of it, and then it hit the metal that holds up the backboard. So still NAU ball with 12 seconds on the shot clock. All the correct call.
Yeah, good play by Osabor to get the block.
Inbounds pass coming. Out to Cone, left corner 3. That is up. That is good. Jalen Cone, ice cold. He's got 13 points. Back up to a 4-point lead for NAU. 5 minutes remaining in the game. Here's Brown. Drives to the elbow. Picks up the bounce. Gives to Osabor in the post on the left side outside the lane. Osabor against Maines. Draws a double. Passes out of it. Bounce around to Patterson. Right corner 3. No, off the inside of the iron, wide open for Tyler Patterson. It does not fall. NAU the rebound, and now another big possession here, trying to extend a 4-point lead.
And you win championships with defense, and the Bobcats defense has got to step up to the plate here late.
They've won games on defense before this year. Can they do it against one of the more dynamic offenses in the conference? Fuller against Battle. Fuller into the lane. Fall-away jumper at the free throw line. Swirls out. And great Osabor wins the rebound. Raekwon Battle, man, he's having some big one-on-one defensive moments down the stretch in this Big Sky season. Bello at the left elbow, puts it on the floor, gets into the paint, tries to step through on tout, nowhere to go, kicks it out. Here's Brown, catch and shoot 3. Short. NAU basketball leading by 4 minutes remaining.
And it's just hard to see the Bobcats 3 for 18 from behind the arc. At the same time, NAU 10 for 17. And you're in a 4-point game with 4 to go.
NAU with the ball. They have it to our left. Lobbed over to the right wing, Tout. Guarded by Bello. 10 to shoot. Tout still has it. 8 behind the arc, hands off for McLaughlin. 7, McLaughlin on the drive, gets inside, lays it up, no. Blocked on the putback, and then they called a foul. It was all ball up high. They're putting it on Osabor. Looking at the replay. I got the initial stop. Oh, yeah, I just saw the replay. That was all ball. That'll take us to a break. Boy, the Cats have had some tough calls against him. And we're going to take a timeout. Officials are trying to figure something out. Cats just had a call go against him that should not have been a foul, and we're taking a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 3:37 to go in the ball game. Montana State down 63-59 against Northern Arizona. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We'll remind you that the Rocky Mountain Credit Union has been supporting Bobcat Wins for over 75 years and counting. By members' choice, this financial institution is not federally insured. Each account is insured up to $250,000. 3:37 to go in the ball game. Montana State has trailed all day. They're down 63-59. Jabril Bello just got a big cut on his elbow, all bandaged up. He's got the left wrist all bandaged up as well. Bruising game, Brian. The Bobcats have got to find a way to pull this thing out.
Yeah, it's 3:37 to go. It's going to have to be stop after stop. They've tightened up defensively well over the last 4 minutes, but they got to give 3.5 more of those minutes.
Inbounds pass, bobbled, tipped over the back. That should have absolutely been an over and back, and it's NAU basketball. Fuller had control of it after the tip and then let it roll over the half-court line. That is a blatantly missed call. Cone slips, lost it, diving steal by Osibor. Ahead to Brown to the rack, lefty finish, no, but they called the foul on McLaughlin. That is a makeup call if I have ever seen one. Ryan, what a mistake by the officials.
Wow.
That should have been an over and back.
It was the easiest over and back call in the history of mankind. That is just unbelievable. It's just been one guy. He struggled tonight. Absolutely unbelievable.
And look, Montana State did not hang their heads. Great Osibor literally laid out. The free throw is good for Darius Brown and tipped that ball free, which led to this with Darius Brown at the line. The effort from Great Osibor, diving like a shortstop to try to make a stop. Just an incredible play. And the next free throw is good. And who is it? Who else? Darius Brown knocking the 2 clutch free throws home. His first 2 points of the game. 3 1/4 to go. Montana State down 63-61. NAU with the ball. Cone to his right. And an illegal screen on McLaughlin. Bobcat basketball.
And that was a good call. He came running in and hit Darius Brown. He didn't give him room. The Bobcats with a chance to tie or take the lead with 3 to go.
All right, here we go. Montana State trailing 63-61. 3 minutes remaining. NAU is 2-7 in Big Sky play. They have lost close game after close game over the last 2.5 weeks. They have led almost all night. The Bobcats trying to come back here, trailing by 2 with the ball. Osibor had a steam to the rack, lost it. Bello, rebound, put back slam. Jabril Bellows tied the ball game with a 2-hand dunk. Bello's got 17. First time this student section has watched the Bobcats play in Big Sky play. Cone out of the right wing, turns the corner, going to the rack, handoff underneath. Tout lays it up, no, but draws the foul. Raekwon Battle, an easy call against Battle. His second. Free throws coming for Carson Tout, so he'll have to earn it at the line. He's only 40% from the stripe, so not a bad foul, especially with only being the second on Ray.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer foul right there. Heck of a pass by Cone to draw contact and slip it between two guys.
So Tout, the first of two, no good. Montana's Ribbon Chop House has been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates casual attitude with commitment, loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. Next free throw is good. Carson Tout has his first point. Bobcats down 64-63. 2:22 to go in the game. Championship time here in February. If the Bobcats want to keep pace, they have got to take care of business against this 2-7 Lumberjacks team, which has led all night. Osabor out of the right wing. Works his way down to the right baseline. Down to the right block, out to Patterson, back into the repost for Osabor. In deep, forces it up. No call through contact. NAU rebound.
Tough shot by Osabor there. Almost looked like his back was to the rim when he let it go.
NAU letting that clock wind down, leading by 1. Montana State at 8-2 in Big Sky play. They're looking for their 4th straight win, trying to kick February off on the right foot, but they've got their backs against the brick wall. Cone out on the right wing, 4 to shoot. Cone crossing over 3 into the lane 2. Cone, fall away Jay at the elbow, rimming, no, putback, yes! Fuller got it to go on the putback. His first points in the second half, and just like that, it's a 3-point game for NAU. 75 seconds left, Bobcat basketball. Brown out at the half-court line. He needs some help here. Timeout called by the Bobcats. Oh boy, that was a dangerous play. Timeout Montana State. All timeouts presented by Prime Lending Home Loans made simple. Montana State 3 threes today. All threes sponsored by Wendy's, but they're only 3 of 18. 12 assists from Aware Mental Health Services. 12 assists on 22 field goals. All right, Brian, here we go. 1:09 left in the game. Bobcats with the ball, down by 3.
Yeah, I don't think you're going for a 3 right here. Something going to the rim. Probably something that involves Raekwon Battle. Maybe you get lucky, get the old-fashioned 3-point play, but the Bobcats can definitely attack the rim here. Get your quick 2. NAU's not going to want to foul. They're going to give you something in the paint. Then you got to go get a stop, and now you're on odds right now. So if you score here, you get a stop, you're going to have a chance to win it on the last possession.
Bobcats have dominated dominated the paint rather. 34 points to the paint, 14 for NAU. It's all been about that 3-point shot for NAU. They're 10 of 17 from downtown, led by 5 threes from Trent McLaughlin, who has 19 points for the Bobcats. Raekwon Battle, 21. Jabril Bello with 19. And it's Montana State basketball coming out of their timeout. Inbounds pass lobbed into the backcourt. Darius Brown sets up the Bobcat offense. Brown with the dribble, into the lane, pulls up at the free throw line, left open, floats it up and in. Smart heady play. First field goal for Darius Brown. He's got 4 points. Bobcats down 1. Cat Country coming to their feet at the brick. NAU 66, Montana State 65. 45 seconds to go in the ball game. NAU burning the clock down. Jalen Cone has it a step across the half-court line still with plenty of time. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Cone to his left around the screen. Picked up by Bello. 7. Has it taken away? Tyler Patterson picked his pocket and a timeout or a foul on NAU. And that will send Tyler Patterson to the line. Tyler Patterson, who has struggled all night long from the 3-point line, comes up with one of the great defensive plays of the season, and he draws the foul and is going to the free throw line with a chance to put the Bobcats back on top.
Big time play to just lean in there. Jabril Bello had Cone contained, but it was still a smart play. Cone kind of fumbled the ball. Patterson takes it, and he's got a chance to put the Bobcats in front.
The first for the tie is good. Hey, know what's below? Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana811.org. Tie game. Tyler Patterson hits the first. Here's his second. Got it. Bobcats lead. Tyler Patterson, 2 clutch free throws. Montana State leads 67-66. 30 seconds left in the game and a timeout called by NAU. Montana State has trailed for 37 minutes in this ball game. This is their first lead since they took a very brief lead at the start of the first half, and Tyler Patterson's defense leads to 2 clutch go-ahead free throws, and now it's 29 seconds left, 25 seconds on the shot clock. NAU has used a timeout. They're going to draw up a play here.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see what the Bobcats decide to do on defense. Almost have to expect that NAU is going to involve ball screen action with Cone. Let him use his quickness, try and break the defense down. Montana State has been switching that. So NAU, if they're drawing it up, is saying, okay, Cone, you're going to get whoever we have set the screen. That could be Patterson, that could be Bellows' man, to go one-on-one against and then try and make a play.
An update on the First Interstate Bank scoreboard. Sac State has come from behind to take a 1-point halftime lead. They're up 35-34 over Eastern Washington. Also, Montana leading Northern Colorado 66-63. Idaho leading Portland State at halftime 35-33. So some good news coming out of Sacramento, but they got a lot of time left there. And boy, it feels like there's a lot of time left here. 25 seconds on the shot clock, 29 seconds left in the game. Montana State has been billed as the best defense of the Big Sky all year. This is where you prove it.
Absolutely, and honestly, at some level, you'd almost rather be in their situation where the defense has got to bring it home. But the other side of this possession is the offensive glass. NAU already with 14 offensive rebounds. The Cats have to do an amazing job here blocking out, finishing the play if they force the miss.
This is the time, this is the place to prove your defensive mettle if you're Montana State. NAU working toward that fresh student section, which hasn't seen the Bobcats play in a long time. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 4-second differential. Cats lead by 1, Lumberjacks with the ball. Cone dribbling on the cat head near center court, and a foul away from the ball on Raekwon Battle. And that will send NAU to the line for a 1-and-1 with 17 seconds left. Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. Patterson and Osibor in, Fuller and Ford out on the offensive-defensive swap. So shot clock is off, 17 seconds left. Xavier Fuller, 81% from the stripe, going to the line. 1 to tie, 2 for the lead. Shooting toward the band of the student section. Bends at the knees, delivers on the front end, got it. Tie game, 67 all. One more coming.
Miss here and a rebound, and you can play last shot. A make here, you've got to go down and score quickly.
Cats have 2 timeouts. NAU has 1. Fuller for the lead. The shot is good. Oh boy, pure and icy. Montana State inbound, 17 seconds left in the game, down by 1. Darius Brown cruises into the front court. 10 seconds left in the game, trailing. Brown turns to the right elbow, 8. Brown into the lane, 7. Bounce down to Osibor, 5. Osibor backing down, lays it in for the lead. Great Osibor, 3 seconds left. NAU coming the other way, and they've called a timeout. They called a timeout well before the shot. Correct call by the official. Great Osibor posting up, down on the left block. You need a bucket, dial 3, and Osibor has given the Cats a 1-point lead, and they're going to double check the clock.
Yeah, big play by great Osibor. Good drive by Darius Brown. Gets in the paint, drops it off, and by getting him deep like that, they couldn't double team him. Osibor gets into double figures for the 3rd straight game. Big time shot, and the Bobcats need 1 stop with 3.6 to go.
Montana State trying to put together a historic stretch over these 2 years. Cats still in the hunt, trying to win back-to-back regular season Big Sky titles. You cannot give this game away. And great Osibor, who has continued to grow game after game, year after year, comes up with the go-ahead layup on the left block. That was mano-a-mano, backing his man down, and Osibor was able to finish. They put 3.5 seconds on the game clock, and NAU has to go the length of the floor.
And the officials tell me right there, it'll be 3.8 on the clock. and the timeout was called on the make. Therefore, NAU's got to go full length of the court. They're not, 30, 40 feet up the floor when the timeout was called. They get an extra quarter second, but they've got to pick up an extra 30 or 40 feet.
Oh man, what a night. This is what Big Sky play is all about. It doesn't matter how you win them, just as long as you do. Bobcats trying to keep the pressure on the heels of the Eastern Washington Eagles, which are down at halftime, still undefeated in Big Sky play. Cats are 2 games back of that first place with 1 more game against them later in the year. But to make it count, got to win here, got to get the stop.
Yeah, and I'd expect Danny Sprinkle to let NAU line up so he can get a look at what they want to do. And then he's got 2 timeouts. You can't take them with you, so you might as well use it, figure out what the look is going to be, and then go from there.
Yeah. That's exactly what Sprinkle has done. So timeout called by head coach Danny Sprinkle. He's won over 70 games now in his 4 years. 1 more win. He matches his amount of wins during his playing days. Looking for number 72 in his career. And here we go.
And what you saw is they had 2 guys deep, McLaughlin right corner, and then they had Tout right around the block with 3 guys in the front court with the inbounder. Probably we're looking to get some kind of screening action, get a guy going that direction, and then go if the help comes from McLaughlin, kick and shoot the 3. If not, go to the rim. 4 seconds, almost 4 seconds, ton of time. A ball handler here could get probably 3 dribbles, which is probably almost the length of the court. So the Bobcats can't assume they're just going to pull up and shoot a 3. They'll have a lot of space and a lot of time to make a play.
And do not foul. Do not foul. This is an NAU team that shoots 75% from the free throw line. So once again, it comes down to 1 stop for the Bobcats.
1 stop, 4 seconds away from your 9th victory in the conference, and kind of stealing one a little bit here. It was all NAU all night. Bobcats have led in this game for 40 whole seconds. They needed to be 44 to get out of here feeling good.
Yeah, there's only 1 second that matters to lead. Raekwon Battle got the Bobcats back in this ball game, and he had a huge stretch. And then Great Osabor, the go-ahead bucket down the left block.
And NAU comes out with the same look, same players, same alignment. And so whatever they had drawn up, they must be sticking with it.
Here we go. Bobcats lead by 1. 3.8 seconds left. NAU going the length of the floor. Down 69-68. Nick Baines with a running baseline. Gets it into Cone with a head of steam down the right sideline 2. Cone into the front court 1. Cone going to the rack. Lays it up. No! No! He missed it with the right-handed layup. Ball game over. Bobcats win. Great Osabor was there to affect the shot. That ball hung on the rim for a tantalizingly long time and finally fell off on the left side. Great Osabor, the game-winning bucket, and somehow Montana State survives. Jalen Cone, what a right-handed take. Great Osabor was there with the defense right after he hit the game-winning bucket. Good job by the officials on a no call. He was straight up. They let him finish it off, and Jalen Cone had a heck of a look, but Osabor was there with just enough to deny, and the Bobcats have won it 69-68. Oh my.
And we said NAU's got to be under 70 for the Bobcats to have a shot, and boy howdy was it ever true. Montana State, big run. Looking at the replay, I think Cone's basket, even if he makes it, gets waved off. I think it was on his hands before, as the red lights up around the backboard, but doesn't matter. Montana State will take it and go home. They don't ask you at the end of the year, how pretty was it? They just ask you, how many did you win?
This isn't soccer, no points for scoring margin. Montana State wins it miraculously, heroically, from a great effort from Raekwon Battle, 21 points. Great Osabor, the game-winning bucket and the game-winning stop on the other side of the defense, and Montana State improves to 9-2 in Big Sky play. They're 16-8 overall. NAU, we told you they were dangerous. They're 2-8 in Big Sky, 6-17 overall. Bobcats have won 4 in a row. They keep the heat on Eastern Washington, officially a game and a half back of the Eastern Washington Eagles, and we'll get you up to date on what Eastern is doing. after this timeout. We head to the Ribbon Chop House post-game show after this break. Montana State somehow pulls a cat out of a hat with a 69-68 win over Northern Arizona. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. NAU led for 37.5 minutes tonight over the reigning champ, Montana State University Bobcats. But when the clock hit 0, it finished with Montana State winning over Northern Arizona 69-68. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ribbon Chop House postgame show. Ribbon Chop House, home of premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs, all served in a casual atmosphere. We got a lot to get to, but first, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Bobcat Basketball. I'm Keaton Galogly alongside Brian Preby. Will Gordon is back in the studios, and if you're one of the 3,000 plus that were here that's getting into your car, firing things up, getting the heater going and turning on the heater seats, you are coming off a heck of a ball game. Montana State wins it 69-68. Cats trailed all night long. Great Osabor had the game-winning bucket, and he was a big part of the defense on the other side to get the stop at the very end of the game. Brian, how in the world did the Bobcats pull this thing out?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, to be honest with you, You get blasted on the boards by 8. You give up 14 offensive rebounds. You give up 10 made threes. Team shoots 60% from 3, and you walk out with a W. Just speaks to the resilience. I mean, it felt like all night NAU would push it to 5 or 7. We'd bring it back to 1 or 2. Then they'd push it, and it was just back and forth all night. But very rarely could the Bobcats get the lead. And when they did, NAU score on the very next possession, take it right back. I don't know, man. That one right there defies everything that makes sense other than heart and finding a way to just gut it out.
And this puts Montana State at 9-2 in Big Sky play. At last check, Eastern Washington trailed by a point at Sac State. Eastern Washington a perfect 11-0, 10-0. 10-0. Eastern Washington a perfect 10-0. 2 games ahead now, a game and a half ahead of Montana State. All right, we'll take another break. Plenty to get to. Of course, we'll talk with head coach Danny Sprinkle. We'll get you up to date on the rest of the Big Sky schedule and scores, and we'll get you some highlights later tonight as well. Montana State wins it somehow, some way, 69-68 over Northern Arizona. We're taking a break. More of the Ribbon Chop House postgame show coming up after this timeout. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. Back at the Ribbon Chop House postgame show, Montana State wins it 69-68 against NAU. At Montana's Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. Well, Brian, let's go back to that final scoring play for Montana State. Great Osabor got that ball down in the left block. He was just mano-a-mano, one-on-one, backed his man down, turned over the right shoulder, used the left hand, and was able to finish. That is some big-time basketball by a big-time player, still very young in his career.
Yeah, just a sophomore. And, you know, you think about that play, too. NAU makes a free throws with 17 seconds left. Danny Sprinkle says, no timeout, let's go. He has the play call. Come down, fake a ball screen. Darius Brown gets right into the paint, but doesn't have anything. He's got nowhere to go with it. Osabar finds a way to get himself freed up and open, and the nice thing there is then the double team couldn't come. So he was able to have a free reign to make a quick fake to the middle and go back to that right shoulder like you said and finish it. And boy, Bobcats are sure happy he did.
Raekwon Battle finished with 21 points today on 8 of 14 shooting, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Jabril Bello, a double-double tonight. He also became the all-time leader in program history in block shots with another 2. First Bobcat ever to block 150 shots in his career, and he did that with 2 blocks really kind of almost on like back-to-back sequences. So great work by Bello, who had also had the 10 rebounds, and great Osabor with 11 points, 6 boards, 4 of 8 shooting, and 3 assists from Osabor. But one Once again, it was the defense down the stretch. Tyler Patterson had a huge steal with a little help from Jabril Bello. And at the end of the game, Jalen Cone got a heck of a line to the rim, but Great Osabor was there to meet him and helped him kind of take an extra beat in the air. That shot did not fall with a right-handed layup attempt, which would have won the game. It was questionable on if that ball actually got out of his hand before the buzzer sounded, but it didn't matter, and Osabor was there at the end of it to kind of help affect that shot, and Montana State wins it 69-68. All right, we got more to come. There's a couple of crazy finishes going on around the Big Sky. We'll get you up to date on those, and, of course, we'll chat with head coach Danny Sprinkle. Bobcats win it 69-68 over Northern Arizona. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball as the Ribbon Chop House postgame show rolls on. Again, this is Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. The Ribbon Chop House postgame show. Montana State has won it tonight 69-68. I'm Keaton Galogly alongside Brian Preby, and we're now joined by head coach Danny Sprinkle. Coach led for less than a minute in this game.
Man.
How in the world did you win this ball game?
I have no idea. And thank God we won. But I told the guys in the locker room, the one thing I told them when I recruited them, you're going to get the truth from me, period. Good, bad, you may not like it. Sometimes you will like it. And I hate to say it, we didn't deserve to win. We didn't. They outplayed us. They out-toughed us. They out-efforted us. And to be honest, I have no idea how we won that game. I have no idea. We got a couple stops late. I thought we got a little more aggressive the last probably 6 minutes of the game. Our guards finally started guarding. And we made some shots. Raekwon drove. Obviously, Great had some great drives, or the drive at the end of the game. And, thank God there wasn't another second on that clock.
Yeah, half a second for
Yeah,
that matter.
but I literally I feel bad for their kids. I'm happy for our kids because you have to win games ugly in conference. They're not all going to be pretty. there's going to be nights where you're 3 for 18. Now, we've had way too many of them, and we're getting shooters with wide open shots. And if, you know, they gotta step up. We got to get in the gym and take some pride in our shooting, because we're getting, 3 for 18. It's not good enough. And out of the 15 we missed, they're all, maybe one of them was contested. The other ones are just wide open shots. And as a Division I player, you got to be able to make those.
And the one guy who had a nice first half, Nick Gonzalez, hit
Awesome.
2 big threes,
Huge.
including the N one.
Yep.
Kind of got you some momentum going into the break.
Well, it's huge, a 4-point play, because I think we were down 7,
Yep.
and instead we were only down 3. And then we came out with some fire in that second half, got the lead, and then gave up a 7-0 run. You know, we were doing uncharacteristic stuff. We had, you know, when their kid 24, McLaughlin, who's a tremendous shooter, you know, we had breakdowns on him and Cone, you know, locking and trailing off screens, and we're trying to go ball side and just stuff we haven't done. And you know, we're lucky that we can teach off a win, because this would have been a bad loss. You know, just from a standpoint of our effort and our energy tonight.
No question. Let's walk through that last sequence. So they score to go up 1.
Yep.
You choose not to call the timeout.
Yep.
So what was happening at that point?
Yeah, we called one of our ghost actions, and we just wanted to get the ball to the paint. You know, I didn't want them to, you know, set up in their zone. And even if they would have, we'd have had something, but it's a lot harder, you know, and you get a little stagnant. And so we wanted to kind of come against their man defense, and Great just made a tremendous play.
Yeah, he definitely did. The last 8 minutes, you go 16-10, and we were talking that, boy, Bobcats were going to have to keep them under 70 to win this thing, and the defense
right.
really did step up in the last 8 minutes.
It did. We finally got some stops. You know, I thought Jabril was Jabril. You know, I think he needs to rebound a little better, even though he had 10. You know, he probably should have had 15 or 16. We got to, like I said, I don't know. I'll probably take the blame, because I think I was a little too soft on him this week, trying to kind of load manage, and we didn't do contact. And that's the last time I do that. We're going to get back to contact, and we're gonna have an edge to us.
All right, well, here we go, Coach. Congrats on the win. Doesn't matter how, but you got it done.
Hey, exactly. I need to probably be in a better mood after a win. But I just expect perfection.
Hey, a dub's a dub. Coach
Exactly.
Coach Sprinkle, Danny Sprinkle, appreciate the time today. All right, we'll take a break. When we get back, we'll get to our highlights from the ball game presented by First Security Bank. The Ribbon Chop House postgame show continues after this. Montana State has won it 69-68 over Northern Arizona. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. State has won it today, 69-68 over Northern Arizona. We'll get you some other scores in just a little bit. But first, let's get to our highlights from this ball game tonight, presented by First Security Bank. Let's hear those highlights right now. All right, those were the highlights presented by First Security Bank. We'll take another break. When we come back, we will wrap it up. We will look ahead, and we'll let you know what's going on around the Big Sky. It is an eventful night tonight in some of these other contests going on. Montana State has won it today by a final score of 69-68 over Northern Arizona. More of the Ribbon Chop House postgame show coming up. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. Welcome back one final time on the Ribbon Chop House post-game show. Montana's Ribbon Chop House has been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. We hope you'll be our guest at one of Montana's locations soon, and we'll be back there again on Tuesday for Cat Chat at 6:30. Also, programming update, we will not have a Cat Chat on Valentine's Day. That's Tuesday the 14th. We are going to have a Cat Chat on that Wednesday the 15th. So no show on the 14th. It has been bumped to the 15th, just as a heads up for that week's Cat Chat coming up, which is actually the week of Cat Grizz, so a little more space there. Nobody's traveling on Wednesday, which is why it works. Montana State shoots 44% from the field, 3 of 18 from downtown, and 18 of 21 from the free throw line. NAU 43%, 59% from downtown, 10 of 17, and 10 of 12 overall. Montana State only had 6 turnovers in this game, but they got out-rebounded 36-28, including 14 offensive rebounds. Raekwon battled 21 points, Jabril Bello 19 and 10, and Great Osabor, the game-winning bucket. He's got 11 points tonight. Well, this was just an incredible win, and looking ahead for Montana State, presented by Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Montana State Bobcats. Northern Colorado coming into town at next. 4 p.m. is the tip-off. We'll be on the air at 3:30 on Saturday here at the Brick. So tough win, 9-2 in Big Sky play, and get a chance to keep on keeping on here.
Yeah, it's excuse me. It's really incredible to me how the bottom of the league has so much talent.
Yeah.
NAU, Portland State, Northern Colorado. These teams are loaded with talent. Now, they don't have depth, so they're only maybe 6 or so deep. But these teams are loaded with talent. They're going to make life miserable in the regular season, even more so potentially in the Big Sky tournament. You just get no nights off. You're not going to be able to relax and just, a team comes in at 2-7 on the road and pushes you to the absolute limit. That is just Big Sky basketball this year for sure.
Yeah, it is truly remarkable how good the bottom of the conference is, including this Northern Colorado team. So let's get to the First Interstate Bank scoreboard here. Montana does survive. They win their first Thursday Big Sky game of the year. And if you're wondering, it's February 2nd. Montana wins this game 69-67 against UNC. They've got incredible scorers in the backcourt who are putting up numbers, and they just have not won this year.
Yeah, they just haven't figured it out, and usually that probably indicates some level of, maybe the chemistry's not quite there, and that's where you look at Montana State. High chemistry, and they find ways to win these close games.
All right, so again, Montana wins 69-67 over Northern Colorado. They're coming into town on Saturday. We'll be on the air at 3:30 for that 4 o'clock prime blending tip-off. Idaho trailing Portland State 53-51, 9 minutes to go in the game there. And what a ball game in Sacramento. Eastern Washington blew an early lead. Sac State had a lead at halftime, and now it's back up to an 11-point advantage for Eastern Washington. So the Eagles are leading the Hornets 54-43 midway through the second half. And a quick update on where the standings currently sit, as Montana State has won, so they are 9-2. Weber State, which is right on the Cats' heels, they are idle today. They will go to Idaho State on Saturday, try to avenge an earlier loss this season at home against the Bengals. So right now, Eastern Washington playing, but they are 10-0 overall right now. They're on a program best 12-game winning streak. Montana State a game and a half back with a 9-2 record. Weber 6-3. Idaho State, Sacramento State, both 5-4. Montana to 5-6 now. Portland State 3-6. Idaho 2-8. Northern Colorado 2-8, and Northern Arizona falls today, so they go to 2-8 as well. So, I mean, just crazy standings. And remember, those bottom 4 are the teams that would face one of the top 2 seeds after having to play against each other. So you look at, like you said, those bottom 4: Portland State, Idaho, Northern Colorado, Northern Arizona are the bottom 4 teams in this league, and they've proven it. Idaho beat Montana State. NAU nearly beat Montana State, and Portland State, that was a dogfight too.
Yeah, it's weird. You look back a year ago, and the bottom 3 or 4 teams in the league were just terrible. And, I mean, they were, 2-3 wins on the year. You even that out, it just makes the league. It makes the league better, but it also makes it just an absolute horror show to get through it.
Right, and Montana State, their net ranking right now 102. I mean, they're kind of climbing a little bit there, and we're not saying they're going to get like an at-large bid, but still, building that net ranking is nice. That's how you build a program. You get up over 100. I don't know that that's happened in program history.
Well, and what's nice there then is if you do get in the NCAA tournament, you get a little better seed, even though you may not, be a obviously a top seed, but there's a huge difference of being a 12 versus a 14.
Oh, yeah.
As they were a year ago. If they could sneak onto that 12 line, I mean, every year 2 or 3 12 seeds beat the 5. So hopefully that's what happens. Hopefully we're having to worry about seeding and all that stuff. But right now the Bobcats, boy, they just got to get some rest and get ready for a tough Bears team that's coming in here Saturday
Well,
afternoon.
if you heard Sprinkle after the game, I don't know if they're going to find any rest at practice. All right, we got one final piece of business to handle, and that is our delivery of the game. The delivery of the game is presented by your locally owned and operated McDonald's of Montana. Probably a pretty easy pick. What do you got?
Yeah, Darius Brown to Great Osabar for the game winner.
Yeah, easy peasy right there. Great Osabar wins it offensively and was right there on the defensive stop at the very end of the game. Jalen Cone got pretty much the look he was looking for and didn't quite finish with Osabar's hand right in his face. And Montana State has won it today, 69-68. Just an absolutely incredible win. So Montana State is now 16-8 overall. They are 9-2 in Big Sky play. They have won 4 straight with Northern Colorado coming up next on Saturday. We'll be on the air for that one at 3:30. All right, that'll wrap up the Ribbon Chop House post-game show. Brian, any other final thoughts?
No final thoughts. Get some rest, man. It comes back quick.
Yeah, we are in it now. We are into the February fight and can't wait to see how this plays out on Saturday. Cats are going to come out with an edge after this close win. Okay, thank you to head coach Danny Sprinkle for his time both before and after the ball game. Will Gordon is our producer today. Brian Preby has been our color analyst, and I am Keaton Galogly saying so long and thank you for listening tonight. Can't wait to talk to you again on Saturday at 3:30 with the Northern Colorado Bears in town. Final score for a final time tonight, Montana State has won it 69-68. You've been listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.